This week on Beacon Web News, we grab a bite to eat at the 3rd annual MCLA Student Cook-Off. Then, we check out the Gaming Alliance. And we see how the winter weather has taken its toll on the city of North Adams. That's coming up next on Beacon Web News.
Happy Valentine's Day and welcome to the February 14th episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Julia Teixeira. Let's check in with Maggie Allen for a preview of this week's weather forecast.
Happy Valentine's Day, Julia. Thankfully today we have some sun out for all the lovebirds that are out and about. For Lovelorn tomorrow, there will be some rain. I'll be back shortly with your full 7-day weather forecast so you can prepare for the week ahead.
Tonight, February 14th, the Multicultural Educational Resource Center, or MERC, will be showing a screening of the film Love and Basketball. The movie is about two childhood neighbors who grow up together and begin to pursue their basketball careers. Check out the entire film in Sullivan Lounge at 7 p.m. Snacks will be provided. At Mass Mocha, Policia and Stargaze will be teaming up to perform Thursday, February 15th at 8 p.m. Policia is a synth pop band and Stargaze is a pop ensemble from Berlin. Tickets are $10 for students. For the general public, tickets are $18 in advance and $25 at the door. Yesterday was the first round of the 3rd annual MCLA Student Cook-Off, and BWN's Andrew Stout was there to have a taste. Andrew?
Things are heating up in the first round of the 3rd annual MCLA Trailblazer Cook-Off. Starting in 2016, the Trailblazer Cook-Off has become an exciting tradition for MCLA. The competition is based on the television show Chopped, where contestants make dishes for judges using multiple required mystery ingredients and an assortment of vegetables and spices. This round's mystery ingredients were grape soda, pineapples, beef, and endives. Last year's runner-up, Mo Robley, returned with full force for another shot at winning. Many members of the crowd were hoping Mo would win.
I'm rooting for Chef Mo. He's going to redeem himself from last year.
I am rooting for Chef Mo because he is a pretty good friend of mine and he is personally the only person I know who's in the cook-off.
It was a fierce competition to wow the judges, and all 4 of the contestants' chef skills were put to the test. Audience members were able to participate in trivia to win prizes while they waited for the chefs to finish their dishes. Judge members included RPS Director Diane Manning, MCLA's Community Engagement Coordinator Chris Hantman, and Resident Director Griffin Labence.
I try to base it off of creativity and originality and how well they use the ingredients that they had to use in each dish. So I think they can add their own little touch to it and add their own style.
After the judges ate each of the 4 dishes, they ultimately decided that senior Adasia Shepard was the winner, whose dish was fried beef in a grape soda with a teriyaki cinnamon glaze and a side of zucchini and peppers.
I used a little bit of chemistry and a little bit of what I know already. I understood that the acidness inside of the beef would definitely keep it tender and juicy for the judges, and the sweet and salty and spicy flavors. It's a good collaboration, I believe.
Adasia will return on February 27th for the final round, where she will compete with the winner of next week's round. The next round of the MCLA Trailblazer Cook-Off is next Tuesday at 4:30, where defending champion Dominique Stevenson-Pope will attempt to defend her title. From Beacon Web News, I'm Andrew Strout.
As part of MERC's Women's of Color Day, there will be a showing of Girls Trip in Sullivan Lounge at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 15th. This movie is about 4 lifelong friends who travel to New Orleans, where they rekindle their sisterhood and rediscover their wild sides. Snacks will be provided. This Friday, February 16th, the IGE Resource Center will be hosting a fun night of games. Uno, Clue, and Battleship will just be a few of the classic board games available to play. Stop by from 7 to 9 p.m. in Sullivan Lounge to get in on the action. And speaking of games, here's Matt Mears for this week's club feature, where we pick up a controller with the Gaming Alliance.
For this week's club feature, I took a look at MCLA's Gaming Alliance. From classic card games to video games and more, let's take a look at all the fun and games that are a staple of this club. Gaming Alliance isn't limited in its scope of games. Members bring and take part in all sorts, from board games to video games and everything in between.
It's a game called Besiege. It's a sort of building, build a creation, go through a level with said creation type of thing.
It's not just competitive games or really hardcore, oh, you have to play video games. It can be literally for anyone. It can be for people that want to get or just simply relax, or people that have never even played a game before.
We're playing Outbreak Undead, which is a zombie style, like D&D, and it's really fun. I've made it we're at the school, and we're in the zombie apocalypse, and you're playing yourself, and it's how you would act during the zombie apocalypse.
But members come to Gaming Alliance for more than the games themselves. This club has become a tight-knit community.
I love to work with the people here and just to have like-minded folks, and it's a nice atmosphere. Everyone gets along with each other really well, and I would argue that even though we're a gaming community, we're also just a community of like-minded people as well that share a very similar interest, and with that as a foundation, we can build a lot more off of it.
Anyone feels welcome to come, and it doesn't feel elitist in any way.
I've gotten to know the people that I play the game with, so it's just really fun to make more friends here.
I can come in and just play games with number one people I don't normally play games with.
As for the future of the club, Gaming Alliance hopes to continue expanding on their constantly evolving program.
I think I could do a lot for this club. I think I could really help it grow even more. Like, we have games now, but we don't have much of a budget, so I really wanted to help grow the budget of the club so we could do bigger and better things.
We've been around for a little over 10 years, but we've kind of had an explosion and a change in the club. For a little while, we didn't even have games. People actually brought games themselves, but as a community, we didn't have games themselves. So in the last few years, we actually bought those bins of games that you probably saw over there.
If Gaming Alliance sounds like your kind of club and you want to join in on the fun, meetings are Mondays and Thursdays from 8 to 11 p.m. in Murdoch, room 322. For Beacon Web News, I'm Matt Mears.
Rachel Howard's Paintings of Violence, Why I Am Not a Mere Christian exhibit will officially be on display beginning Saturday, February 17th at Mass MoCA. The exhibit will consist of a single installation made up of 10 paintings and 1 sculpture. Howard explores the concepts of religion, mortality, and violence in her artwork. To learn more about Howard or the new exhibit, visit massmoca.org. And a familiar fan favorite is returning on MCLA once again, Barn Babies. On Saturday, February 17th, Venable Gym will open its doors for the SAC-sponsored event. The fun starts at 6, but make sure to head over early to get a spot as spaces are limited. And join IGE and QSU for a viewing of The Year We Thought About Love on Friday, February 23rd at 7 p.m. in the Sullivan Lounge. The film documents the struggles that members of the LGBTQ community face on a daily basis. Free pizza and drinks will be provided. Visit the MCLA IGE Facebook page for more details. If this cold winter weather is getting you down, you should head to Mass MoCA on Saturday, February 24th, to hear the upbeat jazz music of Sinkane. His music combines styles of jazz, electronic, and Sudanese pop with messages of community and social justice. Tickets are $10 for MCLA students, $14 for advanced purchase, and $20 at the door. To order your tickets, visit massmoca.org/events/Sinkane. Now, let's go to Maggie Allen for this week's full 7-day weather forecast.
Thanks, Julia. I know some students are too busy to celebrate Valentine's Day today, so if you're planning on celebrating tomorrow or sometime in the week ahead, I have your forecast. But first, let's go to Karen, who asked students about their Valentine's Day plans.
Valentine's Day is the perfect day for everyone to get together and share the love they have for each other. Let's hear how some of our students will be spending this day. We asked students about their upcoming plans for Valentine's Day, and students responded,
watching movies and going out to dinner.
Probably getting a nice dinner, homework, enjoying the night.
Probably homework, studying.
Honestly, probably just watching Netflix, keeping to myself. Most likely homework.
Going to see the new 50 Shades of Grey.
Hopefully gonna FaceTime my boyfriend because he doesn't go here, so I'm just gonna try to talk to him as much as possible, and I'll probably hang with my best friend.
I'm probably literally not doing anything because I'm single, but I mean my grandfather has always been my Valentine.
I'm gonna be hanging out with my friends that keep the love. They hold down the love while I'm at MCLA.
This year, I don't really know. Probably homework.
We actually have classes from 9 to 9:30, so we'll be having dinner in the Science Center on the 3rd floor before we go to bio.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing for Valentine's Day yet, but I'll probably hang out with my friends and just have a good time with everyone.
I'll probably be doing homework. My boo lives in a different state, so not much.
Students were also asked about what their favorite part of the holiday is, and they said,
I love the chocolate. The chocolate is the best, and the teddy bears, because who doesn't like teddy bears?
My favorite part about Valentine's Day is, even though I don't think people should need an excuse or a day to show love, I think just having a day that everyone just all over each other and everyone just wants to be affectionate, I think that's just really nice.
The candy. Definitely the candy, yeah.
The chocolate and the chocolate-covered strawberries.
Everyone shows that they care for each other a little bit more. People seem a little bit happier.
Getting to spend it with him every year.
Getting to spend it with my best friend.
Same.
I like when everyone gets the mini Valentine's Day cards, the fun cartoon ones. I think those are really cute.
It's actually my father's birthday, so I guess celebrating that is a big part of it.
My favorite part about Valentine's Day is just love being in the air and all that cheesy stuff, because it's just it's better to love than to hate.
I think it's just how much love everybody spreads. We live in a world where people are really hateful and spiteful, so it's really beautiful that we can all come together on a day and just love each other and spread love throughout the world.
Students plan to spend time with each other and their loved ones. They believe Valentine's Day is the perfect opportunity to show appreciation towards the people they love most. For Beacon Web News, I'm Karen Canella.
Starting tomorrow morning, expect some rain and some warmer temperatures of almost around 50. Rain will carry on throughout the day and into Friday morning. Be on the lookout for some snowflakes mixing into the rain and then clearing up throughout the day. Friday night, temperatures will drop down to 11 degrees, so you may need that extra blanket on your bed. This weekend, the rain stops for a partly cloudy Saturday and Sunday. Again, warmer temperatures than we have seen in the past few weeks. It is a 3-day weekend, so when you're catching up on all your President's Day work, be sure to have an umbrella or a raincoat on your way to the library. Tuesday, we will see a wintry mix of rain and snow once again, which may cause really slick roads and slippery sidewalks. The sleet will then turn into rain on Tuesday night, and temperatures will stay around the same. Wednesday, when you see us again, we'll be experiencing some more rain. So it looks like a really wet week ahead for MCLA and the North Adams community. Carry your umbrellas and stay dry and warm. I'm Maggie Allen, and that was your 7-day weather forecast. What's next, Julia?
The weather has taken a toll on many people, but it is especially taken its toll on the streets of North Adams. Sam Niskern sat down with Mayor Tom Bernard to get more on this story.
It's a frustration. It's a real challenge, particularly for somebody who hits one that they don't see. You're driving.
I'm standing outside behind Mark Hopkins in what seems to be one of very few parking lots that's not covered in craters. Many busy roads like Church Street and Eagle Street are finding themselves more and more destroyed by potholes. I sat down with Mayor Tom Bernard to learn more about how the potholes are cleaned up by the city.
After the last snap of cold weather and then warming up to the point where we could throw some patch in, the crews were out doing that. And then if you'll recall, what happened is we got a stretch of weather where it was warm enough to rain, and that water got in and washed away a lot of the patch. So this time of year, you're really kind of playing catch up around it.
Repairs can become expensive, but North Adams has a budget in their plan specifically to deal with these sorts of conditions.
We maintain a snow and ice fund for road cleaning. But then the patch and pothole would be part of our general highway maintenance funding.
Bernard continued, explaining how potholes are formed.
The potholes are a function of what happens when water freezes and then thaws, particularly in the cracks in the road. So during this time of year, it will be kind of an ongoing process.
To report potholes or other problems, Bernard says to contact the Public Services Dispatch. When it comes to choosing which roads to fix first, traffic is on the radar.
Priority by traffic, because one of the things that you're trying to do is minimize impact. So you go to the higher traffic areas and then work your way out.
Even preventative measures for snow and ice can contribute to the creation of potholes, as Bernard highlights.
One of the things that salt does is it depresses the temperature at which water freezes, which means the water, is able to get into the cracks. So you're in a little bit of a catch-22 situation. There's not a real sort of pre-treatment that prevents potholes. That the more cars that are on a road that's already got some potholes and some fissuring, the weight on that's just going to continue to affect the road surface.
Bernard continued, sharing the reality of living in the Berkshires.
It's a frustration, it's an annoyance, but again, the other side of that is, particularly for people who've lived here for a long time, it's one of the consequences of winter in New England is you're going to have the potholes, and we're going to do our best to get out as quickly as we can and repair them.
And though the city is working on patching up the holes, we do live in the Berkshires, where this cycle is bound to happen once again.
North Adams is trying to liven up historic Eagle Street even more with the addition of an outdoor theater pavilion. But first, 2 feasibility studies must be completed, and the application is due March 2nd. The first feasibility study would look at turning Eagle Street into a European-style shared space, looking at traffic, design, and engineering costs. The second study would look at where the outdoor theater could be located. Combined, the studies would cost a total of $25,000, which would come from the city's fiscal 2018 Community Development Block Grant funding. MCLA's Fine and Performing Arts Theater program will be performing Rhinoceros by Eugene Ionesco at the Venable Theater on Friday, February the 23rd at 8 p.m. After the show, a matinee will be hosted. For more information or to reserve tickets, you can call the box office at 413-662-5123 or visit mcla.ticketleak.com. A school committee in North Adams last Tuesday decided to fast-track an aspect of 2-year feasibility study that would look at how a shared superintendent might work. The North Adams School Committee's decision to fast-track the study stems from the coming retirement of Adams Cheshire Superintendent Robert Putnam. If you're looking for a fun way to exercise with your friends, check out MCLA's Intramurals. All students, faculty, and staff of any skill level are able to join a team. Session 3 intramurals include kickball, volleyball, pickleball, dodgeball, and handball. To sign up for an intramural sport, check out athletics.mcla.edu/information/intramurals. That's it for this week. To stay up to date with BWN, you can follow us on social media. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.